Hello guys. Last lecture we talked about layers. So we started to our lecture by talking about the LA shortcut, which is the shortcut of layers. We said that in this drawing, as an example, we do have three layers. One of them is the windows, the second one is the wall, and the third one is doors. And we make layers in order to enable us and let's say to fasten our work, to make it more easier if any change happened, even though to put some properties for each layer, so we will have a clear and nice drawing later on, and that will benefit us while we are just like dealing with other professionals within our offices later on. So LA, as I said, is the shortcut. In this panel, the first one is the name. We can click on any layer in order to change the name. So we do have, as an example, the walls. Okay, I said in order to rename it, you have to right-click or rename, or the shortcut F2. So F2, and then you will be able to change the name. Let's say the my walls now, my walls, and now the same thing will be for for all the layers. Please notice that maybe I didn't explain that in the lecture. We do have the first one, which is the def points. Please do not use this layer. And notice that this layer is unprintable. This print is active, this printer is active again, but this one is not. So please do not use this layer for later on even. The second one was the layer, the color. You can change the colors directly. Just click on the color itself, this little icon, and then change it to any color you want. Maybe this one, and then say yes. We can see directly the walls changed, or the color of it. The line type, I said you will just click on it and say upload or load, and you will have different type of lines. We will even take an exercise later on to see how we could apply it. The line weight, which is the thickness of the lines. Maybe if I put it as 70, you can see it directly. So let's make it like 50 again, 0.5. And the transparency, I didn't talk about it, but it's simply just the transparency of the layer itself. So if I put it like 50 and say yes, you can see it became transparent 50%. If I put it 70, that will be later on good if you are using topography or topo surface. You are just drawing some topo surface lines, and then let me just even show you. If you, for example, draw a line, for example, let's say this is, or this one, click F8 for the ortho, and then let's say like I do have this topo surface somehow like this, and you want to build on it. So what you're gonna do is just to go to your layer, and then this is, let's say this is the topo surface, and then I will put it like 80% and say yes, and then I will have another layer in order to draw, and then I will start drawing. So I will just directly see my buildings or my masses. Let's say I will have a mass like this, and then a mass like that. So you will have your masses in here, and you will even see the topo surface and everything. So this is the simple idea. I think it's even one of the uses, the things you could do. So let's make it 0 again. That was about layering. LA again. How we could create a new layer is by clicking on this one. New layer, Alt N. I actually didn't use Alt N during my life, but you can use it. And again, how you could delete a layer, you could delete it by clicking on the Alt D or delete. We will talk about freezing and locking later. So, and what we said even, for example, if now my layer is is doors. The active layer is doors. If I want to make it as walls, I will double click on it. Or from my home tab, the layers panel, you could change different things. I think I locked this one. I don't know why, but anyway. So you could change and active the layer from this one. This was about layering. We created three layers or four in here. The windows, walls, and doors. We created floors, but we didn't use it now. Anyway, that was the beginning, the things I did. Something else, we talked about mirroring, and we talked about rotating. So I will repeat it again. Let's make this window again in this place. So it's 200, I think. It was 200, yes. So what we did is REC for rectangle, and click space. Click your first point, move your cursor a bit, and then draw. It's 200. I did make a mistake. I didn't click the D. Sorry. So I will repeat it. REC, and then click the first point. Click now D for dimension, and now click D 200 space 15 space. So now we do have this window. The second one, it was, I think, even we put it 10. So what I did is, or what we did actually, we selected this rectangle and we click X for explode in order to explode it, and then we click O for offset, and then we select 10 centimeter and say yes. Make it one to the right or one to the left and one to the right, and then again offset for the glass 2.5, the thickness of the glass. Bring the first one, bring the second one, or just offset it. TR, double click on the space in order to delete these additional lines. So that's how we created it. Something else, we talked about rotating. So selecting an object and then click RO. When I click RO and click space, the program is asking me, please specify base point. And I said, in this case, since we don't have actually a base point, a specific one, I mean. So what we are going to do is just click any point. Click any point and put a number. So as you see, I just click the point and the AutoCAD consider it as the base point. What I care about is the number now. So I will click 90 and then it become vertical one. What if I can see that it's maybe the glass I wanted to be on the other side? I will just mirror it. Select all, MI for mirror, click space. Now is asking first point of mirror line. As we said, we do have to draw a line, either horizontal or vertical. In this case, I will make it vertical. So if I click vertical like this, I have to click the F8 again in order to active the ortho. So now if I click again, he will ask me, do you want to delete the first one? I will say yes. Now I do have my object. What if, again, I want to rotate it? RO and click space. Remember that my ortho is active. So I will now click on one of the point, or even no need to click on a point actually, or a specific point, any point, and now just go down or go up. As you see, since my ortho is active, so he will go, AutoCAD will go only 90 degree. So click and make it down, he will go 90 degree and became horizontal and became horizontal at the same time. But like as you see, the difference is the placement of the glass. Let's say yes. So this is different ways of creating or using the mirror. What else? We mentioned something that if you, for example, if you did some thicknesses and you didn't see it, the problem is, as we said, you have to click this 3 points customization panel, and then you will have to active this line weight. When you open it, this icon will appear. Click it one time, so now you will see your, or the thicknesses of your layers. No need, I think, to explain how we did create, but even though I will repeat this wall only. So let's say I will just create the same things. Let me delete this one to make it horizontal and make another line and then offset it by 30 centimeter and then delete the others, delete them. So as you see, I created it, but I created this wall with different layer. I could directly select it and select all the layers now, and now select on your wall. So it became a wall layer. We created this one smaller one. What we did is just selecting this two lines and click M for move, click space, click any point and move it to the right 100 and say yes. Click skip and then TR for a trim. Double click on the trim, delete this additional word or lines and then delete this additional one. Move, select all of them and move it into this place. Now I will select it again and click RO for rotate in order to rotate my window. Click space, go up or down as you see. This one is interior glass, this one is exterior. Let's make it exterior for now. Make it the same. So what we did in the class again, we click on L to select our center point. And if you are not able to see these signs again, you will have just to click F3 to activate this. Snap object. Right click on it, object snap. Make sure that all of them are selected except this one nearest. So we selected this one as a center point and we gave it an offset of I think 50, and I made it one up and one down. Why I created this additional line? Just in order to know the placement of my window. So what I did again is just select this one, offset 100, select one up and select one down. So this is, if I extend these two lines now, this is the placement of my window. What I'm gonna do, TR, double click, delete all, and now select. Can you see when I'm selecting again the interior, only the interior lines? I selected it using the blue rectangle. It's the same in this case actually, if you select all, but what I want actually now, only the interior one. So I will select them, make them as walls, and now select your window. I will click CO now. In this time I will copy it. I will not move it, I will copy it. Click CO, click space, click your point in here, click one copy in this place, make another copy in this place. Click skip. And now delete the additional work. Delete this line and delete this line. There is additional line as you see under the window. We will even delete it. What I'm gonna do in this case, select these two, move them any point to any point, TR. I should make this point before, Control Z, TR, and delete this one. Now select these two window, this one and this one, and click move from this point into this point. We do have the wall. The same thing with the door. We explained even how to make a wall from the previous picture. Something else I mentioned in the class, if you click PR and click space, you will see this properties panel. If you selected any line, this panel will tell you that this color is this, and the layer of this line is my wall. The line weight is by layer, which means you have to check the layer itself, because even the line type is by layer, the color by layer. So everything is by layer. In order to know all these details, you have to open your LA panel. This is my wall, this is my thickness, everything. So this was all I think from the previous lecture. And good luck for your practices or homeworks. So that's it, I think.